Hello, it's Jo from Emily Cat 176 and it's Friday. Now, that means, of course, books on Friday. And it is actually books today. 3 of them. 3 books. So, yeah, it's been a good week. And I've actually seen a show today as well, which I'm going to talk about on Monday. But it's books. So, I was reading this one, as you know, and I finished it. Florence Foster Jenkins. As I've said, very interesting life. People, I think, she wasn't a good singer, and people, whether she was rich, I don't know, but people sort of pandered to her and told her she was so good when she wasn't. And I think the real awful thing with this was she didn't trust lawyers and whatever, and there was issues with her. I don't even know if she made a will, but there was no will found. And like her partner, you know, St. Clair Bayfield, of over 30 years, he virtually got nothing when she died. You know, second, third cousins came from nowhere because they were a blood relation, wanted everything, absolutely everything, and he ended up with, I think, 22,000. That was all, you know. And I think he struggled later in life, you know, because of course the thing and the good thing about Florence was that she really promoted other people too. For New York at that time, oh sorry, I just mucked my hair up. She really, and with the clubs, the Verdi club she ended up creating, other people got their starts there, and she sang to them as well. And they thought she was wonderful. So yeah, very, very interesting. Will I read more biographies? I don't know, but I just think she had such an interesting life. So that was that one, and that will be going back to where it came from. So then I thought, I need another book to read. And I'm looking at the books I've got there, which I'm not reading. I will get round to them, but I was near a library and I got this one. Oh, sorry, it's shining. Val McDermid. And I thought, I looked at it in the library and I thought, I don't think I've ever read any of her books, Val McDermid. And I thought, it might be worth, you know, having a read of this and see what it's like. Well, no. I started reading it and I've realised that I've sort of come in halfway through. I think this is part of a series, and it's like, it's Tony Hill and Carol Jordan. Now Tony Hill, I've got an idea back in the day there was a TV series, because, you know, I was reading he's in jail when it starts, and he's a, what is he? He's a psychologist or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that she's a bad writer, and if any of you have read any of her things, let me know. But no, I'm not going to continue on with this one, because it's just, it's like, you know, I feel reading this, I feel like, you know, when you walk in the middle of a conversation and you don't really know the backstory and you don't know whatever. So yeah, so, and that's the beauty of library books. That will go back to the library. So she has written a lot. She has written a lot, this woman. Look at all this. Look at all that. That's a lot of books she's written. So I maybe I might just, you know, get a one-off book, because I did that with the one that writes Vera. What's her name? I'm losing names. I did that. I read the one-off novel, and that was good. But she's got, it looks like her standalone novels, and I could be wrong, let me know. A Place of Execution, Killing the Shadows, The Grave Tattoo, Trick of the Dark, The Vanishing Point. So I might try and get one of those because I know she is a very well-known crime writer. I think she's English or maybe Scottish, I think. Yeah, I think she's Scottish actually. So yeah, I might try one of those standalone novels and see what happens. So then I was thinking, okay, well that one's going back to the library. What to read? So I was in an op shop, and of course most op shops have books, you know, the books in the shop, and I picked up this one, Joanne Harris. Now I've read Chocolate or Chocolate, I think you're meant to say it like, and Blackberry Wine of hers, and I thought, well, I might try this one. I read the back and I thought, okay, well, we'll see. And again, this is one I will, when I read it and when I finish, it goes back to where it came from. I'll take it back to the op shop. Because, as I keep saying, I don't like owning books. So it's sort of like a tale of 3 books. One I finished, and it's one I wouldn't normally read, biography. One that I thought it might be all right, you know, and as I said, it is a name I recognise, Val McDermid. And she is a well-known writer, as is Joanne Harris. She's well known these days as well. So I don't know if I'll like this or not, but I'll give it a go. And I will, you know, as my rule, I read, well, 3 or 4, maybe 5 chapters, and then I think you tend to know if the book's good. So again, let me know if any of you have read this one. I'm still planning on downloading A Gentleman in Moscow onto my Kindle, but I haven't got to that yet. So yeah, that's it. I'm looking at my, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books in a pile there. I could start reading one of those, couldn't I? But do you think I'm going to? No. No, I probably won't. I probably won't at the moment. I won't at the moment, because this is the thing, you see. I go to libraries or I go to bookshops and there's all these new shiny titles and shiny books, and I think, oh, I'll read that one or I'll read that one, and I never finish the ones I've got. But as I said, at least with library books, and I'm a great believer in libraries, you can get books out, give them, you know, have a read and think, no, I don't like that. I just go back. I took back the 3 short stories this morning, so they've gone. And that's what I like to see with books. You read them, or whatever, and then they go. I want them to go, you know, because I don't want to keep them. But if that one doesn't work out, I have got Batavia, and that is a very good story. So I might try that one. And I do actually have a book about Rome. It's quite a big book. That looks very interesting. Well, that's why I bought it. It looked interesting, and of course it's just sitting there. So do any of you do that? You know, get books and then you think, oh yeah, I'll read that, and then it sits there. I mean, I think some people have whole bookshelves. At least I've only got 7. It's still 7 too many, I think so. But anyway, as I said, that's it for books on Friday. Not a lot to talk about, as I said. With the Florence Foster Jenkins, you know, I said and this is to me what makes a biography good, is if it's an interesting life, and this woman did have a very interesting life. So that was what made it a good read. And that one will go back next week as well, so bonus. So anyway, let me know what you're reading. I need some suggestions. Or maybe, you know, apart from the suggestion that I read the books I've already bought, because I will get round to it. I will get round to it. So, but anyway, as I said, have a good weekend. I will talk about the show I saw today on Monday. And I will see you next Friday for Books on Friday again. Okay, bye.